Today I'm going to talk to you about just positioning seated at a table, and then also some types of flexible kind of sensory seating that we can switch out to kind of give our child a little bit more input during the school day or at home during homework time or anything like that. So at first, just talking about the importance of seating posture. So we really want to make sure that we're seated at kind of that 90-90-90 position as much as possible. I like to say stability leads to mobility, and that's even true in a thing such as handwriting. So we want to make sure that our feet are on the floor, our knees are kind of at a 90-degree angle, our hips are very nicely at a 90-degree angle, and then when you're coming up to the table, you also kind of want that elbow to be, right at a 90-degree angle. So that's going to give you the best position to kind of do your best at that table. We see a lot that, kids like to wiggle, kids like to move around. So we want to give them the option of that while seated. So these are just a few different options that you can try. These are just, I call them balance discs. They're just kind of discs that are filled with air, and you can just put them underneath their chair just like this, and they can sit on them. So that's going to let them have a little bit of motion in their trunk, just get some of those wiggles out while they're seated at the table, can help with that attention. It can also build core strength, and like I said, stability leads to mobility, so we really want that good core strength in there. This is also another option of seating that we have. It's just a nice little stool. It kind of rotates, it wobbles as well, and so that's going to kind of give the same effect as the discs have. It's kind of working on that core strength as well as giving your child a little bit of opportunity to wiggle while remaining seated. And then the last one that we have is just a therapy ball. You can get them in all different sizes. Some even now come with kind of a chair support. So maybe you don't have to worry as much about the ball slipping out from underneath of them. But you can just kind of sit on it, and it can kind of act as your chair. And that again is working on some of that core strength and working on getting some of that sensory input while seated at the table. And you can kind of get as much sensory input as you can to maintain that attention while at the table.